Hi, I'm Jonathan Knight. This is B Movie Madness. The movie I'm going to talk about tonight, well, my good friend Tony Masiello was kind enough to send me a screener for his latest release for SOVHORROR.com, and that is the 1995 rarely seen SOV horror movie, The Spirit Gallery. Now, The Spirit Gallery, I talked about it, I believe, in my last review of Zombrella's House of Horrors, but I called it The Silk Gallery because I'm an idiot. But, it was an interesting one because I really did not know anything about it. I knew what Tony had told me and what I had read, but I really went into this movie super cold, not knowing much about the story other than looking at some images, which are on IMDb, and the trailer, that first trailer that Tony put out. He has since put out another trailer that I have not watched. But I went into it extremely cold, so I really didn't know much about it. And before I talk about if I like the movie or not, I want to talk about what the movie's about, or at least try, because I'm not really good at plot descriptions, and plus this one's actually really kind of hard to talk about, not really, but it's about a young God-fearing woman named Gwendolyn who is really into this reclusive artist named B.A. Ketch, and who is an artist who can manifest ectoplasm into these, put it on the sculptures while also stealing the person's soul. And when his agent uses this sculpture, it causes the person who is sculpted after to grow these really horribly mutated pussy warts on their face, and they mutate into these slimy, disgusting things. That's the best I can do because the movie is really surreal, really out there, but I will say that I highly enjoyed watching this. It's nothing like I've seen shot on video wise before. I'm not saying it's the most surreal one out there because there probably might be another one that is, but personally, from my experience of watching all these movies, this is probably the most surreal one I've seen. And that's what I loved about it. I couldn't really compare it to another shot on video movie I've seen because it's its own little unique thing. And I thought John Stryzik, the director, did a fantastic job putting this all together. But the thing that took me by surprise most in the movie was, well, let's just say, in most shot on video movies, I'm used to like the acting not being that quite good. I'm never upset when it's not good because I'm just used to it, and it's part of the, to me, part of the charm. But when the acting's good in one of them, I will say, I will mention it. And I thought all three leads in this movie, particularly Holly Riddle and, I wrote down, Jim Burkhart, were fantastic. Holly Riddle plays the young God-fearing woman, and Jim Burkhart plays the reclusive artist B.A. Ketch, and they're both fantastic. Their chemistry together was great. Jim Burkhart really plays the frustrated, depressed artist really well, who is made to do these things he does not want to do, especially to this particular young woman who he is, finds attractive. And it's a really good, like almost haunted performance. And Holly Riddle is really good at playing this young, innocent girl who is, been kind of, given a bad deal towards the end of the movie. She's really good, and also the guy that plays the agent, he's really just, slimy, evil piece of shit, especially towards the end of the movie. He's really good too. But that's the thing I also liked about the movie is it's the story, and it was a good decision on my part to go in cold because I really didn't know what the story was, and I was really engaged throughout the movie with the story because I had no idea what was happening next. And by the time I got to that third act, when everything comes, together, I found myself just completely engaged. And usually, sometimes when I watch a movie, I'm on the computer too, mainly because I got other work to do. This is the time I was not on the computer whatsoever. I was just completely into the movie. And that's saying a lot to the movie's screenplay and overall direction by John Stryzik. It was just really well done, well put together. And also, even though the movie isn't like a violent, gory fest, there is plenty of violence and gore throughout the movie. The makeup effects, especially the stuff towards the end of the big warty mutation, slimy, nasty looking, was really well done. It's actually some of the best makeup effects I've seen in a shot on video movie. So top notch to the people who was involved. And if you're a body horror fan, this, I don't want to give complete spoilers out for it, but there's some really great body horror stuff towards the end of the movie that kind of reminded me of the ending of Society. Not as big and as insane as that ending, because that's an ending that's hard to top. But it felt, it had a similar kind of feel to it, and maybe a mix of David Cronenberg. It was a great. The finale and the ending is great. It's just everything comes together just beautifully, and the makeup effects are so damn effective and nasty that it's just nasty. It's really nasty. So if you're easily disgusted, you might not like the makeup effects. But this movie was just enjoyable, engaging, well acted. It was a really solid, underrated little flick that it's been rarely seen. I'm really glad that Tony's putting it out there for all you shot on video fans to watch, because I think a lot of people really dig this one because it's different from the rest of the pack, and it's just an enjoyable little movie with some damn good acting. As for John Stryzik, interesting guy. I looked him up on IMDb, and he actually directed 6 episodes of Tales from the Dark Side, which I grew up watching. I'm sure a lot of people grew up watching, but he directed 6 episodes, which seems like quite a bit. And I'm actually thinking about going back and actually watching those episodes to see how they are, because just looking at the titles, it didn't ring any bells. But he also directed an episode of Monsters, which is from the same producers, I believe, as Dark Side, and I actually prefer Monsters to Tales from the Dark Side. Both shows are great, though. But the thing that stood out the most is he was a writer on a movie that I find extremely underrated. I believe it's Stuart Gordon's last movie as a director. He's not dead, but he hasn't directed a movie since then. It was a 2007 movie called Stuck, and that John Stryzik wrote. That's loosely based on a true story, although they changed the outcome to make it more, I want to say happy, but more, enjoyable, I guess. But it's a completely underrated movie. And I agree with them changing the ending because, if they went with the real story, it would have been depressing as fuck. But it's an underrated movie, very well acted. If you're a Stuart Gordon fan and you haven't watched it, I highly recommend watching Stuck. But interesting filmmaker. It's really cool that he went on to do went on to write that for Stuart Gordon. I believe he also wrote a movie called Deathbed, which I don't think Stuart Gordon directed, but he produced it. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, John, where the fuck can I buy the Spirit Gallery? I got good news for you, my friend. You can buy the Spirit Gallery right now on DVD at SOVHORROR.com. And you know what you can also buy? The first 2 releases, Metal Noir and Zombarella's House of Horrors, which I did review those, and I'm hoarding those up. They really deserve to be seen if you're a Shot on Video fan. And Spirit Gallery is if you're a Shot on Video fan, just pick it up as soon as possible. But I'll put a link down below where you can buy it. I also want to thank Tony. I don't think I've discussed this in a video. I put it on my Facebook, but he added B Movie Madness to the SOV Horror page. I got my own page on there where he puts all my SOV reviews and SOV related stuff too, and I really, really appreciate it. I think that's so fucking cool that he did that. And the fact that he actually keeps on wanting me to review these movies, that means so much to me, because you won't believe how many people actually ignore. They'll ask for screeners, or they'll ask for people to review screeners, and they'll just flat out ignore me. And I'll send them off my information. So the fact that people like Tony Masiello and Todd Cheeks actually said, "Hey man, yeah, you can review my movie," it means so much to me. And Tony's a great guy. I think him and Richard Mogg are my favorite SOV fans. I think them dudes have done so much for Shot on Video movies. Between Richard's awesome, amazing book Analog Nightmares and Tony's website, interviews, DVD releases of forgotten, lost Shot on Video movies. These 2 guys are doing so much, and I inspired to be like them one day. I really want to make a Shot on Video movie, so hopefully one day I get to do that. But like I said, Spirit Gallery, I really just check it out. It's awesome. And like I said, if you want to purchase it, SOVHorror.com. Like I said, I'm gonna put down the link. I'm Jonathan. Oh wait, forgot. I highly recommend checking out Tony's web series that he does on YouTube called SOV and Beers, where he reviews Shot on Video movies while opening up a cold one and having a drink. They're awesome. I think he's did 5 or 6 so far, and Death of Lantern's the latest one he did. I really wanted to talk about that quickly because I look forward to every episode that comes out. I'm a huge fan. So check out SOV and Beers. He also has another show called SOV Mini, where he interviews SOV filmmakers. So they talk about a quick subject. But other than that, thanks for watching. If you like my channel, subscribe, thumbs up, comment. Let me know what do you feel about the channel. I mean, I always appreciate any feedback, and if it's constructive, if it's mean-spirited, go away with it. But I highly appreciate everyone who watches my videos. I'm Jonathan Knight. This has been B Movie Madness. Thanks for watching.